Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, all praise to the Most High. Wanted to talk to y'all real quick about something that I know just by seeing many of y'all's pages or posts or talking to some of y'all affects a lot of our people, right? 2 Corinthians 13 and 5 says to examine yourself, right? It says, know ye not yourself, right? But here's the thing, most people don't want to examine themselves, right? Whether you're in the truth or even our people that aren't in the truth, right? Most people just do not want to examine themselves. Why? Because they know either consciously or most subconsciously, they know that deep down inside, if they examine themselves, especially spiritually, they're going to have to deal with some deep issues within themselves, right? And in order to improve their mental and spiritual health, they're gonna have to make some hard changes. They're gonna have to make some painful changes, right? Getting rid of habits, getting rid of addictions, getting rid of wickedness, getting rid of unforgiveness, getting rid of the things and the people that hurt their spiritual and mental growth, right? Because you can't be loyal to your spiritual growth or to your mental growth while being loyal to someone who's content with not growing, right? So what most people do instead of examining themselves, right, is the easier option. They take that easy way out, so to speak, right? They change their flesh instead of trying to change their spirit, right? They get tattoos, they get makeup, they get piercings, they get implants, Botox, they dye their hair, they change their clothes, or they get a bunch of new clothes, right? Some people even change their sexual orientation, right? Or they even change their gender, right? Or at least they think they change their gender, right? John 6 and 63 says, it's the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing, right? So your spirit is what you gotta change, because the flesh isn't gonna profit you anything, man. Not your clothes, not your hair, not your boyfriend or your girlfriend, not your car, not your house. Changing all these things, all the outward changes aren't going to benefit you if you do not improve and change what's inside. If you don't change your spirit, if you don't change your mind, right? If you don't renew your mind. If you don't improve this, none of those outward changes are going to make you feel good, right? They may make you feel good for a few minutes, maybe a few hours, maybe a day, or for a few posts, right? But in the end, the outward, the fleshly changes are never going to be enough, because it's your spirit, right, inside that is really desiring and needing and calling for that change. In your spirit, you know your spirit is calling for that change, right? It's like if you have a house, right, that's falling apart on the inside, or the foundation of the house is falling apart, right, and you decide to just paint the outside of the house, right? You make it look a little bit nicer from the outside. To the eye, it may look a little bit more attractive, right? But that doesn't change the fact that it's still falling apart on the inside, and that the foundation that's holding up the outward is falling apart, right? It's not going to change it by painting the outside of the house, right? So if you're tired of feeling broke down, you're tired of feeling ugly, mentally, emotionally, physically, and most important, spiritually, and you really want to feel better about your life and about yourself in general, then you've got to better yourself spiritually, and all these other things will come along with it, right? The only way to do that, truly do that, is through the word and the law and the faith of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. So I'm just gonna finish with reading 2nd Ezra 14 14 through 16. So it says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. In these end times, we gotta learn to let go of these mortal thoughts and concentrate on immortal thoughts, right? Thoughts pertaining to making it to the kingdom, thoughts pertaining to getting eternal life, right? Because that's what's coming soon. We got to put off these emotional burdens, these the weak nature, right? This is verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. See, you need to realize that these heavy thoughts are just weighing you down. They're weighing down your spirit, right? They're hindering your spiritual progress. They keep you from wanting to study. They keep you from wanting to do anything, man. You need to concentrate more on fleeing from these times, spiritually and in the end physically too, right? This is verse 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter, right? Because really soon, greater evils than you or me or anyone has ever seen are going to start happening. And that needs your full attention. That needs your full mind, your full spirit, your full faith set on it. And you can't do that until you get your spirit and your mind right according to the word, right? So remember that if you are a daughter of Zion that's following the word, you are worth more than rubies, right? So follow the word. Remember that if you're a son of the Most High, right, you're supposed to be a king of the earth. You're supposed to be a god of the earth, according to Psalm 82 and 6, right? If you're following the word, you are going to be worth more than fine gold in these last days. So that's what you should be shooting for as a man of the Most High, right? So follow the word. So look to increase your value and your worth the right way, according to the word, man. And if you're an Israelite, just know that you are special, you are holy, you are a set apart and chosen person, right? And it's time to start conducting yourself as one, and it's time to get yourself right with Yahawah, with our Father, right? So time's running out. Before it's too late, come back to the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High, Yahawah, baha, sham, Yahawashi, Shalom.